Hey friends, welcome back. Today we're going to start talking about, again, how am I feeling? But we're going to be looking at the idea of zones of regulation. It's just a this is just a fancy way of saying, where am I falling right now? How do I explain in a different way how I'm feeling? I love things that are colorful and that have pictures. So that's why I created this one for you based on one that I've seen used by other teachers in the past. For this one, there are four zones from which to start thinking about how you're feeling. The first one is green. It's good to go, happy, excited. You're feeling great. There's blue, sad, upset, maybe tired. Yellow is when you're feeling silly, you're getting even more upset, you're overwhelmed by something. And the last one is red. That's where you're feeling angry, frustrated. You feel like you're going to lose your cool. When we start looking at these four particular zones or different colors, we can start to kind of see how they play out through our day. We can be in the blue zone when we wake up, where we're tired. I really don't want to get up today. I'm kind of sad that I have to get out of bed since it's really cold outside in the winter or in late fall, and I don't want to get up. And then I get up and I get moving and I get frustrated because I realize that I have a lot on my plate that day. I start to get yellow zone where I'm upset. I don't want to go to my classes and look at all this work I have to do today. But then I go to my first class and my teacher is dressed like a rainbow unicorn. And I am happy. I am laughing. I'm carrying on. I'm excited about what I'm learning because my teacher has done something silly or we're talking about my favorite subject. Later on in the day, I get angry, frustrated. I'm trying to solve this math problem and it's just not working. So at some point throughout our week, if not just our day, we're going to experience all different kinds of emotions and probably we're going to hit all four of these different zones that of what we're feeling and how we would explain how we're feeling. So what this aims to do is to really take a look at this is how I'm feeling. This is why I'm feeling that way. And how do I change it? Okay? So let's break it down. The first thing is how I feel. So, for example, if I am green, I am happy. I show my feelings by having a smile on my face. I am shoulders back. I am relaxed. I am paying attention to what's going on around me. Maybe in yellow zone, I feel upset. I'm starting to get really upset. I'm a little bit anxious about what's happening. I may have a frown on my face. My hand might be on the side of my head. I might have both of my hands on the top of my head. Oh no, I'm trying to think about this. When I feel this way, I pick at my fingers. That's my yellow zone. That's how I show how I'm feeling. Red, how do I feel? I'm frustrated. I'm mad. I'm furious. I'm angry. How do I show this? I might stomp my feet. I might slam a door. I might have a really bad look on my face. I might stomp through the house instead of just walking through the house. I might have my fists clenched. If I'm feeling blue zone, where I'm sad, my shoulders are going to be down low. I'm going to be kind of droopy. I'm not going to be standing up tall anymore. I might have tears coming out of my eyes. So I want you to think about how you feel in each one of these and how do you show your feelings? How are you showing that to the people around you? It could even be something of like, how are you showing that to yourself? If I get red zone, maybe I get a headache. Maybe I feel my heart pounding in my chest. And then start to think about it. What are different activities that help you or cause you to feel in like you're in a certain zone? Maybe if you are a video gamer, video games help you feel in the green zone, makes you happy. Maybe there's a particular class or teacher that makes you feel like you're in the green zone. Maybe there is a particular time of day that you're in the green zone. When school is done, I am in the green zone. Maybe it's somebody you get to see, a particular family member or a friend. Yellow zone. What am I doing that would make me feel like I'm in the yellow zone? Ooh, science class, not so great. Kind of gets me a little upset, a little frustrated, just a little bit, not a whole lot. Makes me anxious because I just don't get it. Red zone for me might be math. I might really struggle with math and it makes me frustrated and really upset and I just have a hard time with it. So maybe my red zone class might be math. Or maybe there are no red zone classes. Maybe it's just when you have your technology taken away, or when you don't get to see a friend that you wanted to see, or if plans are changed or canceled. Blue zone, again, I might feel blue zone when I wake up in the morning. Not gonna lie, I do that too. It's okay, we can admit it. Not everybody is a morning person. But once you determine the times and the activities that put you in each one of these zones and make you feel that way, it's easier to start working on how do I work through that? I don't want you guys to just work on, oh, I can get over this. I want you to think about really what's putting you in that zone and how can you work through it? We're not always going to be able to, in our lives, take stuff out because it makes us feel a certain way. Just because something at work makes you feel angry does not mean that you're not going to have to still do that. Just because a particular topic in school makes you feel anxious doesn't mean that when you're older, you're just not going to have to do that task. So rather than getting over it or pushing it to the side and not dealing with it at all, we want to work on how do we get through it and how do we have the right things in place to help us work through it. So once you know what particular things or times throughout the day or people help you to be in a particular zone or cause you to be in a particular zone, then you need to work on how to go from the red and the yellow and maybe even the blue to the green. So sometimes we can become very upset and we need to find a way to move back to the green zone. We need to get back to good, back to okay. We may even just need to get back to yellow. Sometimes things are still going to make us anxious, but we're going to need to work through them anyway. We're not necessarily going to have everything all day, every day be in the green zone. So how do we get something from red zone to yellow or red to green? So I've listed some strategies that you can do in here. And some of our podcasts and our videos on YouTube are also going to go through these things, like taking a deep breath. Another one might be counting to 10. By the way, counting to 10 does not just mean you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slow it down. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes if you're like me, you need to walk away and take a break. Or you might need to ask for help, get a drink, take some time to read a book. Maybe you have a stress ball or a particular stuffed animal that you like to hug, or a pillow that you can hug. Exercise, that's a great one as well. Or maybe there's music that you need to listen to calm down. So take the time to circle or to list on a piece of paper, what are some strategies that you can use or that you would like to try whenever you're in the red zone? And think about anything else. Is there something else around you that would help you to be to get back to the green zone or get back to yellow instead of being in red? Do you need to do a chore? Because then you accomplish a task. Do you need to just close your computer for a few minutes? Do you need to listen to a podcast? Whatever that might be, write that down. If you're doing the activity that's on the screen on the video, then list that information in there. But if you're listening and following along and just kind of getting some ideas going through the podcast or through the audio, write that down. Put it on a sticky on your computer. Put it near your desk. Put it as a note in your phone. By the way, another great thing that I use to calm down whenever I'm getting frustrated is a game on my phone. It's a silly game. If you don't know this game, then I'm sorry, but I will give you guys a hint. I collect emojis as I go through this game. And what it does is it just helps me to calm down, to refocus. I play around, maybe 2, and then I'm happy again. I'm not as frustrated. I've given myself space from whatever was upsetting me, but also it's kind of funny to watch the little emojis come down. Let's be honest, emojis can be funny. And then I want you to start thinking back through and putting everything together. When I'm in yellow zone, I feel stressed out. I feel upset. I feel my head starting to hurt. How does your body feel and how do your emotions feel? I feel like the room is spinning. To get me back to green zone, I can play a game. I can hug my stuffed animal. I can reach out to my teacher. And what are you going to do when you're in red zone? What is your number one thing that you think for yellow zone and for red zone that's going to help you to get back to green? To where you're good to go, to where you're in a space in your mind where you can go back to your lessons and feel comfortable and confident to do so. But don't just list one. Think of what your number one is. But if that's not working, if it's not helping me to play my game on my phone, what else can I do? I can walk away and get a drink of water. I can do 5 jumping jacks. I can safely, and only if it's safely, go outside and walk the loop in my neighborhood once and come back. So not just what can you do? What do you think is going to help the most? But what are some other things that you think are going to help as well to really get you to be able to return to where you're good to go and you're able to work on your lessons again and not be as frustrated, not be as upset? Don't be afraid to try more than one thing. And if something doesn't work the first time, don't just throw it out. Try it again. Try something similar to it. There's not one thing that's going to make every person calm down. And sometimes our go-to strategy is not going to work either. So think about some different things that you might be able to do. Maybe you have a poppet that you're going to use, or a fidget spinner, or a fidget cube that you use. But try to come up with some different things that you can use. And then make sure you write those down too. Keep those in a safe place. Share this information with your teachers and with your special education teacher and your homeroom teacher especially. If you're meeting with your guidance counselor, share this with them too. This is going to help your teachers to better understand how you're feeling, when you're feeling that way, things that can trigger it, in order to better help you cope and work through it. Remember, we're not always just going to be able to say, that upsets me, so I'm not going to do it. There are definitely times in our life that that's going to be what we have to say and what we do say and what we can say. But that's not always going to be the case. So how do we work through these things as well to keep us going with our schoolwork, to keep us moving forward with our learning, but also to allow us to do it in a way that's safe for ourselves and for everyone else. Give this a try, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how it goes. If you need any help with it, please reach out and let me know. If not, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, see you later.